Hello, students. So, here I'm going to go ahead and give you your quiz 6, and you're going to be able to fill it out. How this is going to work is I'm going to speak the category, and then I'm going to sign it. I was going to sign it twice, but some of you were like, no, just go ahead and sign it once, and we'll just pause it. So, I'll go ahead and sign it once. I'll tell you which number we're on, so we don't get confused. I'll sign it once. I'll pause. Go ahead and stop the video if you'd like. Write your answer, and then restart, and well, not restart, but start it from there, and then you'll be able to move on. So let us begin without further ado. Our first section is the ABC section, and you can follow along. You see the numbers, you see ABCs, and then right underneath it says 1 and then 2. That's where you're going to be filling them in. And then the next category is 1, 2, 3, numbers 1 through 3 through 100. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to give you 3 separate categories for these numbers anymore. I'm just going to put them all in so you have any number between there and of the ones that we've studied. Excuse me. So let's begin. Let us begin. ABC section, number 1. Number 2. Okay, categories 1, 2, 3 through 100. Your first number. Your second number. Moving on to the third category of home. Your first sign for number 1. Your second sign for home. Moving to the family section, excuse me, for number 1. For number 2, for the family section. For the school section, number 1. Number 2 in the school section. For our days of the week, number 1. Number 2 for days of the week. Excuse me. Colors, number 1. Colors, number 2. Alright, for our feeling section, number 1. And number 2. Our foods section, everyone's favorite. Your first one for the food section, as you can see, it kind of jumps to the top of the page and starts column 2, so you can follow along. So number 1 in the food section. Or just one hand. Number 2 in the food section. Moving on to practical words. Number 1. And number 2. For our question section, number 1, our first question, or. Our second question word, number 2, or. For our holiday and religious section, your first one, and your second one. For our transportation section, your first one in your transportation section, your second one, or now for your animals section, we have two of them. Your first one, and your second one. Now we move on to our sections where they have three, because these are the newer subjects we've been talking about, so there are more of them to help us to learn them faster. Excuse me. So our clothing section will have three. So number 1 for the clothing section. Number 2 for the clothing section. And number 3. For our senses section, it's tongue twister, number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay, what you can do is you can turn over your paper, like I'm doing too, and you'll see the two sections that we have left, health and body, and nature, weather, and seasons. Again, both of them have 3. So our first one for health and body, number 1. Our second one for health and body. And our third one for health and body has 2 different signs. The first one, like this, and the one Miss Rachel does is like this. Now for our nature, weather, and season section, the last one of the quiz, very good. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. All right, very good. All finished. So you may use the paper that I gave you, fill in all the answers. Go ahead, turn it to me on Monday. If you are unable to do it for whatever reason, that's fine. I'll take it Wednesday as well, but try to get it in Monday so we can move on with our other sections. If you have any questions about the exam or anything, please let me know. I will have all of my information below in the email. And you are just if you have any questions about it, let me know, and then we can move on from there. But good job, everybody. I'm so proud of you. Bye-bye.